Hello my sugar plums, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you want to see how I make this beautiful 3D crocodile purse, stay tuned and watch the whole thing for the whole process. What's up guys, how are you doing? Now this video is very detailed, so I recommend that you guys watch the whole process if you want to see how I make this beautiful purse. Now first thing first, I bought those crocodile skin sheet on Amazon. The pack came with 6 of them. They have like different colors, but I chose to do the greenish blue one. Now we have to recreate that same color because it is a color shift. Like when you move the skin to a different, on a different way, it'll give you like blues and gold and greens on it. So we're gonna try to mix some mica powder to kind of recreate the same type of color, just because the skin's gonna be on the outside, but the inside of the purse I wanted to have this color on it. Now because the back of the skin of the sheet, it's black. It's if you just put clear resin on top of it like this, and the inside of the bag's gonna be black, and I don't want that. I want it to be the same color as the outside. Now for this I'm gonna be using Permarine. I keep saying Permarine gas because I've been using that same epoxy since it was named Permarine Supplies. Promise resin. I have to keep remember the name has changed to Promise. I'm using Promise resin now. I am doing a 300 ml for this. I don't need all of this, is because I was doing another project that I was gonna be using the same color, because I'm barely gonna put any resin on top of the purse, because we have to put just enough resin to cover it, to make the inside of the purse, because we're gonna need to put the skin and put a layer of resin on top and all this. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and mix my blues in. I'll make sure that I put all the mica powder that I use, but I believe I use vivid green from Prisma. I use another green I use from what's the name of that company again? I can't remember the name, but guys, I'll put like everything that I use in the description box below for you guys. If you're interested to see which mica powder I use, the name of it, I'll put the name for you in the box, so make sure to choose that down. Also, you can click on the Amazon link on the description box below and you'll see all the products that I have, because I always put everything that I use, I put them in the Amazon link or in the description box below, so make sure you check that. I'm also gonna go ahead and put some of this I think this is the rainbow one. I'm gonna put that in it because this have like such a beautiful color shift on it. I'm just barely gonna mix it in, and you guys gonna see I'm gonna barely put any resin on it. So if you're gonna do the same kind of purse, make sure you're not gonna be needing all that resin, because like I said, I was doing another project that I was gonna be making with the same color. That's why I mixed 300 ml. You're barely probably gonna need maybe like, I'll say maybe like 100 max, because the first part is just putting a very thin layer of epoxy in the mold. Now the only part that you need to make sure it's filled is the side. As you can see, I went and sprayed some alcohol inside the low sides, so that way we would have any bubble trap in them. So and then I'm just gonna go in being carefully, guys, putting my resin, and you can see I'm putting the resin inside the side first, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of the resin on the top part where it's gonna be the front and the back, and I'm just gonna use like a spatula, and I'm just gonna spread that out, because we don't want to put a bunch of resin on it. We just want a thin layer of resin to let cure, and this is gonna be what the inside of a purse look like. Now for the inside of the purse, because we have put a very thin layer, and then we're gonna put the crocodile skin on top of it, and then clear and glue whatever we need to glue on top. Now once everything is cured and you remove it, now I will be mixing the same color again, and then put on a layer inside the purse, so that way the purse will be nice and sturdy and we won't have any problem with it, because that layer is very, very thin. So when we remove it, even though we'll put like a layer of clay on it, it's still gonna be super thin. So we need the inside to be nice and sturdy, so you will not have to you will need to put like a layer of the same green after everything is cured. You'll see what I'm doing, guys, but it's very straightforward, very easy to make. But look at this skin, guys. They are super, super beautiful. Now the pack came with, I believe, 6. They have like different colors. I'll be using some of them in the future videos, so make sure you keep an eye for this. But this green is so beautiful. When you shift it, you have like blues is showing, you have like gold. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I use a UV resin to glue the skin down, and I had cut it to match the size, the exact size of the purse itself, because like I said, the skin's gonna be showing on the outside. Now I use a UV resin, but I recommend that maybe use something else, because what happened, because the skin is green and the UV light did not cure the whole thing, and I end up having like a low flap of it that wasn't cured once I removed that, and it showed on the inside, because what happened, the inside is very thin and then you have an air bubble on it, and so I had to cut a slit on it, and then because I was gonna put resin on top of on the inside anyway, I had fixed it. But to avoid that, you need to probably use like maybe like crazy glue or A6000, or even like the same epoxy. Just do like a very thin layer of resin and then let it cure overnight. But yeah, that's that. But for this, I'm showing you right now, guys, I had bought a pair of crocodiles, and when I saw it, I was like, yes, I want to do the 3D crocodile. So that was the perfect one, because it had like the green on it, and you have like the yellow, like all those beautiful gemstone on it. Absolutely gorgeous. Now it's supposed to be a necklace, but I cut the chain part, and then I use a metal sander to kind of sand down and make sure you remove any sharp edges from the part that I cut out. And then what I did, because the inside part of the crocodile is hollow, so and it will be extremely hard to kind of glue it to my purse, so I had fill up the inside of the purse and cure it with UV resin until the whole inside was completely filled and it wasn't hollow anymore. So it's a very important part for you to do if you're gonna do exactly the same thing, because it will be a pain to cure if you're not, if you don't fill up the hollow part of the inside of the crocodiles. Now I had bought another baby crocodile, and I will show it to you in a moment. The baby one is a brooch, and I had cut it again, remove the brooch part, and then fill up the inside also with UV resin. Now once I remove my purse from the mold, I went and kind of used like some sand. I wet sand the edges to remove any sharp edges on it before we cure the crocodiles and move on to the next part. It's it's a little detail that you need to do. Like I'm showing right now, the inside part of it, this is where I had cut the slit, and then I had to remove the air bubble on it, and then I fill up again with the same green that I use. And you can see the inside for both of them, I had put like a nice layer of the same green on it. Now it's not thin anymore, it's now nice and thick, and it's very, very sturdy. And you can even tell that I had like issue with air bubble on it, because all you have to do is cut the slit and then push the air bubble out, glue that down, and then do a layer of whatever color you did on it. Now this is what my crocs look like when I put it on the purse. This is gonna be the front part of the purse. Now the mom crocodiles is very, very big, so and I wanted it to look like it's almost like it's climbing off the purse. So the head of it is climbing off the purse itself. Now this is my little cute with baby crocodiles. I absolutely love this. This looks so pretty, and it was I think it was from a different buyer, but it looked like the same. The mom have like the same red eyes and everything. And I'm showing you on the back right now how I fill it up with the UV resin, and so that way you have a flat surface. When you glue it down, it's gonna be super easy for you to glue because it's already filled up. So it's very important to do to fill it. Don't leave it hollow if you're doing any type of 3D on it. So when I went and I glue the little mommy crocodiles and the baby crocodiles next to the mommy crocodiles, and then now what I'm gonna be doing is just add a tape on the edges because I don't want I want my edges to stay nice and smooth this time around. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, I made another purse, and I'll put the link for you right there on the top. I made another purse, and I wanted to have like texture on the edges, so I let the resin drip down and do whatever you want it to do, so that way add texture on it. But for this one, I want the edges to be nice and smooth, so I'm using resin tape. And I believe, guys, this tape is from Luxe Resin, but it's so good. I mean, you can use like painter's tape or just regular packing tape, but I also find out whenever I use like those kind of tape, I always end up having like residue of the tape on the side itself, and it's a pain to remove. And sometimes the epoxy will drip down, and it will be a pain, guys, to remove. But this tape never failed me. It will not let the resin stick to anything, so I'm using this, and I make sure I have it right on the edge of the purse. I'm only doing the front part of the purse because the back part of the purse is already done. I'm not gonna put any resin on it, so that's why you only see me using the front part of the purse, because I'm doing the 3D crocodiles on it. And then once I finish adding the tape on all four sides, I went and put it back in the mold. Now, it's very important to put it back in the mold because that way you don't have a lot of cleaning to do and you don't waste a lot of resins. Now, once I finish doing that, guys, all I'm gonna be doing, and I'm gonna mix my resin, and because I'm doming the front part of the purse, and I want my crocodiles to look like they like in water, so I'm just gonna use clear resin. But what I did, I mixed my resin. I believe I mixed like 30 ml of resin, and then I let it sit for like 5 minutes until the resin is nice and thick, so that way I know it's not gonna move, and it's not gonna move a lot. It's not gonna have any movement on it, so that way you can have like a nice thick nice layer on it. So once I finish doing that, I let this cure overnight, and this is the next day. All I'm doing right now, I'm gonna be showing you I remove the tape, and how easy it is to kind of remove any extra drips that fell on the tape. It's super easy to do, super easy to remove. So I highly recommend that if you're gonna do a project that you want to protect the edges, make sure you use resin tape. And there is like different companies that you can have, but this one is from Luxe Resin. I had it before, so I haven't buy from another company, so I can't tell you if they are the same good quality, but I know this one is really good. And I'm showing right now, you can see all the extra drips kind of they are on the tape, not the edges itself. So I barely had any other cleaning to do. I just used my deburring tool, remove any sharp edges, and then use like 800 grit sandpaper on wet sanding, and then just go over it lightly with on the edges part, make it's nice and smooth. Now it's done. All I'm doing right now is gonna go ahead and put my purse together. I'm gonna be doing that off camera, guys, because I need to stay focused when I'm doing this, but I'm gonna show you basically what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be using again the same epoxy resin from Promise Resin to do that, and all I did was mix like 10 cc of resin, and then I put them in some pipette and I let them sit again for like 5 minutes, so the resin is nice and thick, so that way when you put it inside the metal frame, it's not gonna move. It will be easy for you, and that's not gonna create any mess for you. And one of the things, guys, you have to remember when you gluing your purse together, do not put any resin on the the hinges that's on at the bottom, because if you do, your purse is gonna be shut down and you won't be able to open it and close it. So make sure you don't have any resin touching the hinges. So I'm showing you right now. Make sure the part that's caught on the, you know, the lower part that is missing a piece, this part gonna be the top part of the purse. So make sure when you're gluing it, you don't make that mistake, because you know, this is gonna be the part that's gonna be the top part of your purse. So always make sure you check your mold first. So when if you're doing any 3D things like I'm doing right now, so that way you glue it the right way. So this is what the purse is gonna be looking like after I glue everything on it. But yeah, it's not glue yet. I will be doing that off camera. And besides, when you're using resin to glue your purse, you have to do it one side at a time, because you know you have to put your resin and let it cure, and then do the other side, so that way you don't make a mess. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna tape it once I you know, glue it. I'm gonna tape both sides, let it cure overnight, and then the next day I'm gonna be showing you how I remove the tape, and then add the strap on it, the chain strap on it, and then that's it. We are done. The purse is done. This purse is so pretty, guys. Like seriously, the camera doesn't do justice just how beautiful the purse is. And it's quite heavy too, because the mummy crocodile is a quite heavy piece, and because we also put resin on the inside, it's very nice and heavy. It look expensive. I love this purse. I love the way it came out. I love the 3D part of it. I love the crocodile skin on it, how it's shine and move and shift the color. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it, guys. And I will be doing more 3D purses, resin purses on the channel. I believe the next one I want to do is it's gonna be a 3D snake. So if you want to see me do more 3D purses on this channel, just let me know, and let me know what you would like to see next, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and do it for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I'll be more happy if you can do me a tiny little favor and click on the subscribe button and click like for this video and share it with your friend and family. And if you're an OG subscriber, thank you again for being here once again. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate all the love and support. And guys, you know, I don't know how to thank you enough for being here and watching, you know, me doing what I like to do. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you like this video. If you do, not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friend and family. I love you so much, guys. Until next time, I'll see you. But until then, you know the drill. Be blessed and stay blessed. Bye, guys. I love you. Mwah.